Hello everyone. So here I am, and right after 2 months, I'm back right after 2 months, and I could not think of a better way than to start with Thomas Hardy's Far from the Madding Crowd. Yes, a classic which never loses its charm. So this time I'm going to review this book, Thomas Hardy's Far from the Madding Crowd, for you, and this is a love story. Well, this isn't just a love story, but it's a complete human drama. It's wholly dramatic, and a fantastic read which gives not only the characters the plethora of their traumas and their learnings, but also a very important lesson in life. So yeah, I'm going to begin with the main character, who is Bathsheba Everdene, a girl who is independent, confident, and sometimes could really be very impulsive. She is the heroine of this novel, and she has there's like three men circling around her, orbiting around her, and these three men are totally wildly character different in their characters. So first we have Gabriel Oak, who is steady, who is patient, and who is deeply loyal till the end, and also financially a little unstable, but eventually his patience wins the charm and his patience wins the game, and he eventually turns out to be a man of his words and also a stable shepherd. And then he took part in most of Bathsheba's future endeavors, and also like her like he just took over the responsibility of her farms and her land. Then comes the highly obsessed Boldwood. He is wealthy, he is rich, he's a farmer, but also deeply obsessed with our heroine. And then comes Troy. Well, yeah, Troy is a character who definitely seems unreliable. Like he's full of passion, he's full of charm, but deep inside he's very unreliable, and he's definitely not a man of action, like not a man of words. Neither a man of words nor a man of action, because eventually even there comes a point when the man of words turns out to be the man of action, as we have seen in many Sophocles plays. But this man is definitely not a man of action, never going to turn into that one. So yeah, okay, so what is this about? This is about a girl, a farmer, a woman who is very independent and very powerful financially, socially, but not emotionally. She loses her heart to this very unreliable character who's a very charming one. So doesn't it happen in reality also? Like, we definitely tends to choose the people who in our lives who are not reliable. Sometimes it happens to everyone, sometimes it happens to most of us go through this, right? So yeah, our character has the writer Thomas Hardy. The best thing about his books is that there is always going to be a character development throughout the book. Yes, so there are multiple stages where we can actually see our characters growing. See, this Gabriel Oak, the shepherd, he has like patience and his quality of being loyal, and he's also like very steady, and he knows that like which decision one has to make, right? So that's why this Bathsheba also take help. Like, she also eventually takes help from him, and not once but multiple times. So he's like steady, he is loyal, and he sticks till the end. So he is the one who is the more developed one. Then comes Boldwood. His obsession and his really his wild passion leads to nothingness, and he meets his end very fatally. And then this character who is like Troy, and he teaches us that how passion without depth is nothing, because unreliability and us often leads us to meet our disasters, and as well as others also. So his character is a more inflexible one and more more non-reliant. Then comes Bathsheba, and she learns everything in the end, and she gets a happy ending, as I also presented in my reviews earlier, that she eventually meets her happy ending era, but yeah, at a lot of cost, and she had to also be in that position where she loses her power, her strength, her social strength, her character-wise strength, and everything is together. So this is a must read. This is a brilliant read, and I really put that one like aside for a long time, but later I finally realized that if I really have to pick one of the classics of Hardy, so I'm gonna go with Far from the Madding Crowd first, and then comes there's actually a lot on my plate right now. In my mind, I can see a very much from here, because Hardy's, I have a collection of Hardy's books, and I haven't read all of them. I have read like 7 or 8 of them, but yes, there is like a lot to go on. I really highly recommend you this one, because this one is going to change your mindset about love and life in general. Are going to learn a lot from this, because what I learned from this one is that sometimes the loudest win is when, slow and steady, how we know that slow and steady wins the race. So it actually works in everything, like in other fields also. So that's what makes them last longer. Slow and steadiness, yes, consistency and resilience. These are some things which take the stand, and which come forward, and which actually help you to learn something in reality. And that's why sometimes the strongest flames are the ones who are burning slow, but being constant and being steady throughout the process, that makes them last longer. So I would give it a star rating of I guess 4.7 for me. Might have given it 4.6 or 8, I don't know, but now currently if you ask me, I'm going to give it a straight 4.7 stars. So what are you waiting for? Just grab it at the first sight and read it, and let me know how did you find it. Like, do you find it really what I presented, or you're sharing opinions, you're having different opinions than mine, or you're sharing the opinions with me. Thank you for bearing with me this long.